This is Daily Gains. Welcome back.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Dave. It's time to get it in. Let's get going.
James 1:14. But each one is tempted when he's lured and tempted by his own desire.
Right. The temptation comes from inside. I was having a good conversation with a sister in Christ about the difference between desire and appetite. And this was in relationship to having tough conversations. Mm-hmm. Having a desire to have the conversation is great. Having an appetite for it is something completely different. Often, because we know we're supposed to do it, we have a desire to do it. But the reality is we want soup. We don't want steak. We don't have the stomach to handle what's in front of us, and we need to go to God.
Yes.
So he can show us in ourselves where it is that this is coming from, because it's in us. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be an issue. Example, I have no problem walking past, I was going to say calamari. Like, it does nothing for me. Like, literally, there's no desire to eat it. I don't care who makes it. That's not an issue for me. Yet if I walk past a warm Krispy Kreme or that good glowy light on, I even right now need to ask God for forgiveness. I'm joking. Like, please don't hang up on us yet. But no, the reality is that I am lusting in my heart just thinking about it. And that's a me issue. That's not God's fault. I have done things to condition it in my heart so that the nice smell, the warm light are attached to happy feelings. Mm-hmm. And I need to attach those to God and unravel them from my negative behavior. And no, donuts are not a sin. Please do not get all legalistic. Life without Jesus is like a donut. There's a hole in the middle of your heart. Yeah, there's a whole song for that. Go for it. Okay.
We'll link to that in the episode. Lured and enticed. Lured and enticed. As I think about these two words, I think about the act of going fishing or the act of going hunting, and not, shoot, shoot, bang, bang hunting, but definitely laying out a trap and baiting that trap so that the quarry that you're seeking, and let's just go ahead and set the table here, in order to feed your family, comes in, steps into the trap because there's something there that they want, and then you get to lay hold of them, and they get to get in your belly, to quote another famous something. Sin looks good. Sin looks good. That's how it gets us. Sin doesn't come to us, looking like it just woke up on the wrong side of the bed with its hair all disheveled, with dragon breath, being like, come here, I want to destroy your life. It comes looking good. We saw this back in the first couple of seasons of Daily Gains when we were looking at the Proverbs. Sin is seductive, and it works on us because it recognizes that there are things that we want. And if it can pinpoint that desire in us and start turning that thing, just help us see it a little bit more clearly, a little bit more juicy. That's where it gets us. So here's a challenge for me. Do I recognize what my desires are? And do I recognize where my desires have to meet that wall, that I don't let them go beyond? Or do I just sit here with my desires and be like, well, they're my desires, so as long as I desire them, they're coming from a good place in me. I can just let them go as far as I want.
I think it's real. Taking the time to reflect before God, to look at his word and see what he desires, and then see where I'm missing the mark. I'd encourage you, we're not joking when we ask you to share the episode, but I would encourage you to have people accountable in your life where you can be vulnerable, where they're not going to be all judgy, but love you and listen. And they're going to be honest about the issues and spaces where they're failing and work on them. It doesn't become the main thing in your relationship, but it should be a part of the relationship, because the main thing should be Christ and his love, his grace and his mercy, and the expectation that you glorify him by striving and working to be better, that process of being transformed, and not just saying, God's got it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So, week 2, day 2, in the bag. We're really glad that you guys are with us, and we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.